Hello and welcome back to Witchy-Woo Tarot. My name is Chris and this reading is for the twin flame soul connections out there. It won't resonate with everyone watching, but if the message was for you, please let me know in the comments. And if not, be sure to check out my other videos for messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid, so feel free to reverse roles however you see fit. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much to my new and returning subscribers. Your likes, your comments, your shares, they are super appreciated. And it's actually very hard to believe being at almost 2,000 subscribers. And I posted my first video when this country went on lockdown. So thank you to everyone who has been with me on this crazy journey. You are very, very loved and super, super appreciated. So this is going to be your mid-month musical messages energy check-in. We just came through the 11/11 portal. Mars stations direct today. And tomorrow is the super new moon in Scorpio. So for those of you who haven't seen, please check out my super new moon in Scorpio reading that I did and posted yesterday because it was really juicy. And so to further prepare yourself for this weekend's energy, I will link that reading at the end of this one as I do go a little bit deeper into the astrology aspect. So let's get the energy on divine masculine and divine feminine, even though we know it is not about male and female. It's about positive and negative energy. So whether you resonate more with masculine or feminine, it's all dependent on where you are in your personal journey, as both polarities exist within each of us simultaneously. So in the last reading, divine feminine was in yang energy. And so we've been saying this for weeks. We've been channeling it. The divine feminine is leading the way into the new earth. And so that has actually required the feminine to step into their masculine power and take control, because whether or not there's a physical person standing by your side, feminine, at the end of the day, you need to have balanced those polarities, okay? And as we know, it's not about the physical person. It's balancing that energy within you so that you have the strength to do what you came here to do, which is to light the way for the collective and usher the souls that are still asleep into consciousness, right? So let's see what's going on for the masculine as we are coming up on the middle of the month. And see what energy, what themes, what lessons are present. Wow. So again, I cannot stress this enough. Please go check out the general collective reading I just did for all signs, because this is one of the cards that came out. Nothing will come of this situation. And as I mentioned in that reading, I feel as if whatever all the fuss was about, whatever all the worries, the doubts, the fears, everything that was holding the masculine back up until this point, they're starting to see clearly now that it's not really as big of a deal as they thought it was going to be, right? And so when I see this void of course moon too, this is like the phase of the moon where it said that you shouldn't really do anything or try to manifest anything. Don't start new projects or anything like that. But that's been the energy with all the retrogrades, especially Mars and Mercury retrograde. That's been the energy that's been kind of forced upon us. Don't do anything, hold back, don't start anything new, wait and reflect. And so now the masculine's, like I said, seeing the bigger picture. And as you can see, we've zoomed completely out on this moon and we're standing far, far back to get the real picture of it. And so this to me is, like I said, looking at the bigger picture and seeing where perhaps they've been making a big deal out of nothing, right? Maybe being scared, holding back on their true authentic selves because of other people's perceptions and things of that nature. So with the feminine, look at that. We have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, and waxing moons are the best time to manifest. As a matter of fact, the best day of a moon cycle to manifest is the day after the new moon when it begins the waxing phase. So with the feminine, as I said, leading the way in the yang energy, taking control, gaining authority over this whole journey, right? Understanding it for what it really is and ascending spiritually. Of course, the energy of the feminine is gaining momentum because now Mars is direct. Now Mercury is direct. Now we're starting to get a real grip on things and how we're moving forward. And so the feminine is taking this newfound energy and she is running with it. So very, very, very nice energy for the two of them. What's going on the bottom of the deck? Nothing is yet set in stone. So this speaks to what I was saying in that other reading as well. Like, we can call it in all we want, but at the end of the day, nothing is guaranteed unless we're willing to take action. And so I think that both masculine and feminine are kind of going with the flow and riding the wave and just kind of dealing with things as they come along, understanding that they can only control what they can control, right? But they're starting to see where perhaps they have a little bit more control than they thought. So they realize they have the ability to make changes, to tweak things, to perhaps come forward in a new and refreshing way. And this is also the energy of second chances for me as well. So perhaps what they thought was kind of cemented or something that they couldn't change, they're starting to see that, like I said, they have more power than just to let the waves take them away, like in that picture, right? So very interesting. Let's see what's going on with the masculine mid-month for November, please. I'm going to use the Sun and Moon Tarot. Feeling all these moon decks with this super new moon in Scorpio. It's going to be a really emotional one, guys, a really emotional one. And so, you know, as I was saying in my collective reading, this is going to be a time where we are going to have those emotions rise up to the surface. We're going to be forced to sit with them and really see them from a different perspective and take that and transmute it into healing. So with the masculine, seeing things from a wider perspective and understanding that, you know, perhaps whatever tower moments they thought they were going to have to deal with, that it's not going to affect them because the moon remains the same, right? No matter how crazy the tides get down here on Earth, the moon remains the same. So let's see what's going on with the masculine. What is the masculine thinking currently? It's in their conscious thoughts. King of Pentacles. What is in the masculine's heart? Oh, as soon as I said heart, we have the Ace of Cups coming out. That's gorgeous. So what is the masculine, what do they see the feminine as? How are they viewing the feminine? We have Temperance. I like where this is going, guys. This is really strong energy from the masculine. What is the masculine intending to do? How are they planning to take action towards the feminine? Guys, I just heard like a Morse code in my ear. It felt like little bumps, like little taps in my eardrum. And finally, what is the masculine's desired outcome? We have the Prince of Swords, which came out in the collective reading as well. 8 of Pentacles. Interesting energy. Let's try to get these cards lined up a little bit. I love how we only had one card for each question. Very direct messages, very to the point, coming from the masculine. So I think I need to start like playing elevator music or something while I fix these cards to make it less boring for you guys. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for the masculine's recent past or processed energy. Judgment. So masculine is making those calls. He's not only hearing the call. Okay, so this is also picking up from the 1111 portal reading. Masculine's hearing the call, right? And it's like a wake-up call for them. They understand the importance of their decisions moving forward, because now I feel as if they are awake and they are understanding, at least on a basic level. And I'm not talking awake like, you're my twin flame and we're supposed to be together and I know all about our past lives and our Akashic records and all this other shit. No, I'm talking about the masculine has had some sort of a wake-up call that has caused him to realize how important the connection is with the feminine, and a more deeper spiritual awareness of what the connection means, and the whole purpose behind why they are so obsessed with you, feminine. So let's get the first card here. What is the masculine thinking in their conscious thoughts, in their mind? We have the King of Pentacles. Masculine is fully aware and understands how important it is for them to be in this stable energy, okay? They understand now that they don't need to be playing around in any sort of immaturity, that they need to 100% be someone who is stable, dedicated, loyal. This is someone who is a father, a very strong partner, someone who is able to manifest abundance, someone who is similar to the Emperor in that they have control. This could be a businessman. But what I see mainly for this card is power. I see the masculine rising up in their power and understanding how abundance works. We've seen the masculine struggle so hard trying to save their money and build up their reputation at work perhaps, or in general, just working on their stability. And they're finally starting to understand what it means to be stable. Stepping into that king energy consciously and being aware that they are the king. They don't need to find stability or abundance because abundance exists within them. So more of seeing things for the bigger picture and understanding that they've actually had this ability the whole time. Also being, like I said, consciously aware that they need to present this stability to their feminine. And I say that because in their heart space, we have the Ace of Cups, which is the emotional new beginning. This is the birth of something new. This is new love. It's true love. The Ace of Cups could signify an actual birth. So this could be the masculine truly wanting to have children, to birth something new with the feminine, okay? They want to be authentic. They want to share this love, and they want a new beginning. It's like they want something new and different from what they've had before is what I'm hearing. Because as we've seen also in recent collective readings for the Divine Masculine, they've never experienced this sort of love before, which is why it was so hard for them to stick around, okay? That's why the masculine energy runs, because they don't understand what love really is, because they've not actually ever experienced the love that the feminine gives. And it's very confusing. It's very conflicting. But masculine is consciously aware now. And like I said, they are feeling this love in their heart. It's literally radiating from this cup. So the way that they're viewing the feminine is temperance. And we have that yin-yang energy, which is beautiful. So the masculine is viewing the feminine exactly as she is currently, because the feminine has become the alchemist. She has fused with the divine, and she's balanced those polarities. She's understanding and accepting of divine timing, and she's no longer trying to force anything. She's being patient. She's gained wisdom, and she understands that union is inevitable. Union has always belonged to her, to the feminine, to the masculine, to them, to each other, however you see it. And so there's no need for the feminine to stress or worry or fret. And that's how the masculine views the feminine, which is beautiful. They see what a spiritual badass you are, and it's making them love you even more, okay? And so their intentions, because of that, because feminine, you've worked so hard to gain this balance. You've trusted, you've been so patient with them. Now they're ready to come forward with communication, okay? It's that energy of like, I just can't hold it in any longer, and I don't care how it sounds, I need to speak my truth. That's what I just heard. And I don't think I've ever used that explanation for this card before. So the masculine is coming forward, and I love this eagle. It kind of reminds me of the chariot, except we have the eagle leading the way, right? The eagle to me symbolizes something very rare, something very unique, and hard to come by. And so when do you ever see an eagle pulling a carriage? Never, right? And so this also, to me, it's kind of that energy of, it might sound crazy and it's totally not what I thought, but this is what I need to say. This is the truth. And I feel like this is going to set the masculine free by speaking their truth, by being brutally honest, by not holding back. And so this is like the card, this is not like a fluffer card. This isn't the type of communication that you get from someone that's like, oh, I'm here to please you or tell you things that you want to hear. No, masculine's ready to put it out all on the table, and that's exactly what they intend to do. Now, their desired outcome is the 8 of Pentacles. So their desired outcome is to put the effort into this connection. They want this connection to grow. They want to work on things. They want to build something that's actually stable, unlike whatever it is that they've experienced before. And so this is also a card of like work and money. It's more earth energy. But what I see here is the masculine desires a connection where both, it's kind of like that 6 of Pentacles energy too, is what I'm feeling, where both people put in the work. The masculine now is wanting to come forward with their truth and prove that they are dedicated to this connection, that they are willing to put the work in, and that they are wanting to work on things and make something real and stable with the feminine. Very interesting. So let's go into the feminine and see what's going on. And I'll be using the Tarot of the Divine, Moon, and the Knight of Swords as I cut the deck. I don't ever usually look, but look at that. The Moon and the Knight of Swords. So I think the feminine intuitively could be picking up on this energy. As the moon is divine feminine energy, it's also about intuition, things being revealed, secrets coming to light. I think that the feminine is aware subconsciously. Ooh, something just tickled my neck. Aware subconsciously that the masculine's kind of ramping up and getting in that energy, because the feminine can feel those things. She can feel those things. And let's just see what's going on inside of the feminine's thoughts. What is the feminine currently thinking? Oh my gosh, 10 of Wands. And that's how we started the reading that I will be linking at the end of this video. The 10 of Wands. Very interesting. What is the feminine feeling in her heart for the masculine? What is in the feminine's heart space? Seven of Swords. Yeah, okay. How is the feminine viewing the masculine currently? Four of Wands. Guys, I love when the Four of Wands comes up in twin flame readings, because that's just the type of energy that we're reading about, right? Divine union. What is the feminine's intentions towards the masculine moving forward? What is the feminine's intentions towards the masculine? How is she planning to take action, if any, at all? Okay, we have the Emperor. What did I say? The feminine is in her divine masculine energy. The Emperor and the Magician in her intentions. That is beautiful. So what is the feminine's desired outcome with the masculine? What is the feminine's desired outcome? Feminine's desired outcome. And we have the moon actually coming out after we saw it in the middle of the deck. So, guys, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck for the femme. We have the Page of Cups. Oh, my knee just cracked. So, Page of Cups is that innocent, kind of romantic love. It's new love. This could represent an age difference. But it's also an apology. It's a message of love. And so in the recent past, feminine, you may have reached out to the masculine. You may have kind of extended an olive branch. Just a small message perhaps to let the masculine know that, there are no hard feelings on your end, right? So if that's your story, I love this rabbit here running with the red string of fate. It's like, it's that feeling of being tied with someone, right? And not really wanting any trouble, just wanting friendship, perhaps, just wanting an innocent new beginning, okay? Because the page does also carry over from that energy of the Ace of Cups. So I think that the feminine, like I said, if you've recently reached out to your masculine, it was most likely with that energy, okay? And, it's important, to not have those unrealistic expectations, right? And so perhaps, instead of coming forward in full Queen of Cups energy and, offering or giving it all away romantically, I think that the feminine is starting to kind of understand that she needs to kind of start over with the masculine, and she's willing to do so by offering up that apology or that message of love, okay? So let's talk about her conscious thoughts. We have the Ten of Wands, releasing burdens, releasing self-imposed burdens. So this energy here is the feminine. We've seen this again and again for the feminine, releasing burdens, putting down the weight of the connection and allowing herself to just be who she is and not worry about stressing over what everyone else wants or thinks or doing things for everyone else. She's finally starting to kind of live for herself. And so she knows that by putting down the burden of the connection and seeing things for how they truly are, coming from a place of true, authentic, agape love, that she's going to be able to move forward and inch closer to this union. So With the Seven of Swords coming up in her heart space, I think that the feminine's desire is to move away from any type of like behind the back or sneaky energy. I really feel like the feminine's desire is to communicate openly with her masculine and not have to do so in such a sneaky or strategic way, okay? So feminine, this could also be you really truly wanting some sort of change in strategy. As you can see, we have this like leering demon looking thing over here, and this little wolf is trying to escape, to get away. And so for me, like I said, I think since this is coming up in the feminine's feelings, she wants to get away from that sneaky behavior. She wants to clear the air and be honest about her feelings towards the masculine. And I think that she's felt so restricted because for a lot of you, you're not really able to communicate openly with your masculine. So how she views the masculine is the Four of Wands. Feminine has known all along that this is her twin flame. This is her her destiny, her soul tie, her connection. This is divine union, stability, marriage. And so she sees the masculine and knows who he is, right? And so I think also there's a mirroring energy here, because we see the masculine viewing the feminine on a more basic level, like I said, just being very patient, being very balanced, understanding, and going with the flow, right? But the feminine sees things on a deeper level. She knows what this connection is, what it really truly is. And she also sees the masculine kind of coming to that realization, but in their own way, right? So the feminine's intentions, we have the Emperor and the Magician. Beautiful cards. So again, feminine intends to stand in that power, to take control of her destiny. With the Magician, this is her manifesting, and she's going to continue to manifest and make things happen for her, because what happens for her ends up affecting her union with her masculine. So the more she continues to manifest her dreams, the more she continues to stand up in this power, the masculine is going to have no other choice. And, you know, obviously we all have free will, but the masculine will not be able to deny the connection, because they are going to see themselves in the feminine. No matter how hard they try not to, or have tried not to in the past, it's going to be impossible to ignore. And so moving forward, the feminine's desired outcome is the moon. So as I said earlier, the feminine desires the truth to be revealed. She knows intuitively what's been going on this whole time, but she wants the truth. She wants the secrets, whatever's been hidden, to come to the surface, so that there can be that talk, or that releasing of emotions, of feelings. And so I love that energy, because again, it's divine feminine energy. This is someone who is very intuitive, and that's the whole point of the feminine, realizing her journey for what it is and letting go of the burdens of what perhaps she perceived this connection as, or what she thought she needed to do to get into union. She understands now she needs to put that down so she can be who she truly is, right? And this could also be a card of discovery as well, with Seven of Swords. Some people think that this is like a third party energy, and it could very well be, as it does represent like sneakiness or strategy. But I do feel like this is like coming to terms with perhaps how she wasn't communicating truthfully and honestly, how she was maybe going a different route than what she truly should have the whole time, which is coming forward with this genuine and innocent offer, an explanation of sorts of her feelings perhaps. And so, gosh guys, my throat is super itchy all of a sudden. So let's get some psychic tarot cards and see what challenge is going to be present for the masculine. What challenge will be present for the masculine mid-month? We have the Seven of Wands. And for the feminine, we have New Beginnings. I love how it landed right on top of the Page of Cups. So we have the Fool coming out for the feminine, which comes out a lot. It has been. Pretty sure it came out in the very last reading as well. So mutual challenge is the waiting game. So, you know, I think that has been the challenge the whole time. Like I said at the beginning, the waiting energy, the feeling stuck energy, the going around in circles, feeling as if you're being held back from what it is that you're wanting to achieve or manifest. And so time is so challenging, right? It feels like it goes on forever and ever, but time is an illusion, okay? Just like separation is an illusion. And so we see this man who looks as if he's just kind of walking in circles, but he's not seeing the fact that while this sand is going down, that something is actually growing. And it might not seem obvious right now. It might not seem like anything's been achieved, but sometimes waiting, sometimes separation in the physical is needed in order to learn these more tough spiritual lessons, okay? So for the masculine, his struggle or challenge is going to be standing his ground. And so this is the Seven of Wands. This is the warrior's pose. And so perhaps, you know, as we know, the masculine, the feminine is more of a masculine energy right now, whereas the masculine seems to be more in his feelings right now. So perhaps your masculine has had trouble in the past standing up for themselves. Perhaps they just kind of let things go and let things slide and let other people dictate to them and just kind of do whatever it is and make whatever it is happen that they felt they should, kind of like the feminine, right? Doing things for other people, not living for yourself. And so the struggle is going to be the masculine truly stepping up in their power and following suit with the feminine in that emperor energy, doing what's right and being willing to defend the connection at any cost, right? So I do feel as if they will get over this kind of a struggle. I think this is just something that's been a struggle for them in their lifetime. And so, you know, now moving into a new cycle and doing something different that they're not used to doing could be very uncomfortable for them. But let's see what's going on with the feminine. As her challenge, we have New Beginnings. So kind of piggybacking off of the whole waiting game card. It's, you know, as you can see, we've got this woman, she's standing at the gate and she's ready to explore the world, but doesn't really look like she's walking anywhere. She's just kind of standing there looking out into the distance. So more waiting energy. It's like there's this new beginning on the horizon. She's ready to go. She's got her walking stick. She's got her little satchel and her little haircut with her headband and things. She looks ready, right? But nothing's happening. And so that's going to be the struggle, is kind of waiting on that new beginning to happen finally. She could also be struggling because, like I said, she's so ready to step forward in that new beginning and start manifesting. But she could be like, okay, well, I'm going to wait for my masculine, right? Well, the more you wait and the more you wonder or care about what it is that your masculine's doing, the more that they are going to run from you. So feminine, if you're feeling kind of stuck, like you can't start this new beginning without your masculine, you absolutely can. And you should, because the more you keep moving and the more you keep moving forward and manifesting and using your magic to make your life what you want it to be, the masculine's not going to have any other choice, like I said before. So what is Spirit's advice to overcome this challenge for the masculine, please? What is the advice to overcome this challenge? Okay, we have peace. Beautiful. And what is the advice to overcome the feminine's challenge? Okay, so this one wanted to flip over, and I'm going to take it, and this is actually the perfect card. So, and bottom of the deck, we have resilience, which also reminds me of the Ten of Wands. So in general, I think that both masculine and feminine have really carried a lot of weight in their own way. And it's time to put down those burdens, okay? It's time to continue to persevere and move forward and understand where perhaps those struggles have made you very strong in the end. So to clarify and how to overcome these challenges, we have the Peace card. So this is a reminder for the masculine not to sacrifice your peace any longer for the good of anyone else, okay? No matter how daunting it might seem to move forward and stand in that truth of yours, just know that the more you deny that truth, the further and further away you're going to get from you being at peace within your own soul, okay? As you can see, she's totally zen, right? And so perhaps finally breaking those chains, finally breaking free and leaving behind whatever it is that you had before that wasn't working for you, perhaps that is going to bring you to your peace. So I think Spirit's message is to keep standing your ground, to keep persevering in this connection, because this is on the table for you, okay? And again, don't let anybody sacrifice or make you sacrifice your peace for their own good. All right, your peace is your problem. Their peace is their problem. You can't supply someone peace. They need to do that for themselves, just like you need to do that for yourself, masculine. And so I do also see that there's going to be peace on the horizon between the masculine and the feminine. Each week we are just inching closer and closer to that union energy. And like I said, with the 1111 portal, I feel like a lot of us are going to be coming into union over the next couple of months. And so for whoever's divine masculine this reading is about, just know that Spirit is guiding them, is showing them the way and the path to their peace, okay? They are. And whether or not they recognize the signs the way we do, they're receiving the messages, okay? They've made a lot of progress. So to clarify for the New Beginnings card, we have nourishment as Spirit's advice to overcome this challenge. So feminine, your advice is to focus on your abundance. Focus on whatever it is that makes you feel happy and fulfilled inside. We have all this fruit, this bread, this overflowing waterfall, this robin's egg. It's like you continue to manifest what you want to bring in and what you want to call in, what makes you feel nourished, what makes your soul feel complete. Okay, don't worry about what this new beginning is going to look like if perhaps you're still waiting on your masculine. Just continue to do you and take control of your life, okay? Don't allow the illusion of separation to make you forget how powerful you actually are. And so let's go ahead and I'm going to get one card because I haven't read with this deck in a while. I'm going to get one card each from the True Love Reading Cards by Belinda Grace. One for the masculine and one for the feminine. And I will probably read from the book. So let's get a card for the masculine, please, as advice from Spirit. Wow. So we have the divine feminine coming up for the masculine. So again, major role reversals, but we will get into it. So let me place this card first. Let me get a card for the feminine. Let me get a card for the feminine, please, as advice from Spirit moving forward. One card. Okay, we have self-respect for the feminine. Beautiful. So let me get the book, because the book is the bomb. And, I will tell you my intuitive response as well. But collectively, we have manifestation at the bottom of the deck, and that's beautiful. So both parties, the advice is to continue to stay in that Zen place and focus on what it is that you're trying to call in, okay? So let's get the book and see what it says, because these readings are so great. I love this book. So manifestation, number 22, it's easy to connect with the energy of all that is available to you in the universe. So there are many times in life where we wish we could manifest a specific item, situation, or even person. Many people know how to visualize what they want, but how often do they consider the quality of the vibration or frequency they are emanating? If you're trying to manifest something, but your chakras are out of alignment and not working together, this can create an energy that blocks whatever it is you wish to attract. So, like I said, staying in alignment with what you're trying to attract, being a vibrational match, and staying focused on what it is and calling it in as if you've already received it. There are several steps to manifestation that people forget. I do talk about them a lot. And as I said in my other collective reading, don't forget to release the outcomes, or the how or the why it's going to get to you, in what way or fashion. Like, don't worry about all of those details. You need to let the universe handle that. And don't forget to be thankful, to show gratitude to the universe as if you've already received whatever it is you're calling in. So let's talk about the divine feminine. So the divine feminine is the fundamental form of abundance. The divine feminine is returning to us all once more after thousands of years of dominance by the distorted masculine. She is characterized by qualities such as nurturing behavior, patience, caring, acceptance, trust, going with the flow, harmony with natural cycles, sharing, communal cooperation, healing, a connection to nature, and a more circular, organic way of getting things done. So I'm going to pause and we're going to talk about this for a second, because we know the feminine is taking control and stepping up into the masculine energy to gain balance. The masculine getting the divine feminine card here is just telling me that while the feminine takes control and steps into the masculine energy, this is illuminating things now for the masculine. They're coming to a place of understanding about who, why, what, where, when the feminine actually means, not just to them as a physical person, but the energy itself. They're starting to understand it and recognize it within their own selves. Okay, so intuition, especially the decision to use and trust it more, is also extremely important in the feminine realm and feminine approach to life. These qualities are not always highly valued in our society, and whether you are male or female, you may have been brought up learning to discard or distrust them. The feminine way of being patient or caring is not just about giving all the time and finishing up exhausted yourself. It's about having faith in the fact that the universe can and will guide you if you allow it. The divine feminine is the vital force from which all other life emerges, and it works towards a win-win outcome in every situation for the good of all involved. All things creative, sensual, and nurturing belong in the feminine realm, so indulge that with awareness as a way of expressing your delight. Make a commitment to listen to, trust, and act upon your intuition more today and every day. You have drawn this card today because your heart and intuition are calling out to you, urging you to trust your feminine energy more and more. Take a few minutes to complete the exercise below, reintegrating your divine feminine, and then take steps to acknowledge the power within you. So there is a little exercise here on the next page, which is very long. So what I might actually do is post this separately in my, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to post this separately in my community tab as well as my social media, because this is really great. Really great energy. And so these are all things that the masculine is starting to be aware of. And so the advice from Spirit is to embrace that feminine energy, to do away with the distorted masculine energy and understand your feminine from a different viewpoint. Going back to that very first card, stepping back and seeing things from a wider perspective. So we also have self-respect, and just in case you wanted to know, I just got some major deja vu as I looked at that self-respect card. So for a lot of you feminines, this could potentially be a lesson that you've had to learn multiple times, but you're starting to kind of, you're getting it now, right? So there is no need to compromise your self-respect for love or security. Exactly. Because this isn't about another person. This is about you and your journey. So whether you're in a relationship or not, self-respect is the key to how other people perceive and treat you. Sometimes self-respect may seem to take you down a lonely road, but even that part of the journey is worthwhile. If you aren't willing to speak up for what you believe in, walk away from situations that are damaging to you, and act from your own integrity, how can anyone else truly know or care for you? At times, it's tempting to compromise your self-respect for security or survival. As a short-term measure, this may be necessary while you get your life in order, but as a long-term measure, this is unhealthy for you, your heart, and your soul. You've drawn this card today because the universe would like you to have a look at the ways you've compromised yourself in the past or present in order to secure or maintain a relationship. Real life and spiritual growth are not about taking the convenient path. In fact, love and spiritual growth often demand that we face challenging situations in order to confirm our commitment to what we say we want. Most people breach their own integrity and compromise their self-respect from time to time. Living a fulfilling life is not about being perfect. It's about acknowledging what is and choosing a healthier course of action from now on. When you live from your truth, a life of integrity and self-respect are the natural outcomes, and your angels, spirit guides, and the entire universe are standing by to help you attain that level of quality and fulfillment. Ask for their help and act on their guidance and the urging of your own intuition, gut, and heart. So really beautiful energy, guys. Really beautiful energy. I love it. So let's end the reading with some musical messages. I am going to just not worry about whether these messages come out from feminine or masculine. I'm just going to shuffle and see what comes out, and I'll let it resonate for you however it resonates for you. So what energy do we have from this deck? Anything else? Okay, so we have quite a few. Let's take a look at the very first one. So we have Working My Way Back to You by the Spinners. So when you were so in love with me, I played around like I was free, thought I could have my cake and eat it too, but how I cried over losing you. See me down and out, but I ain't about to go living my life without you. So I really feel like this is coming from the masculine energy. It's like really trying to come back from whatever it was that didn't go right in the past. And so the masculine, seeing things from a wider perspective, understanding the feminine energy more so from their own internal perspective, It's like they've gained a new respect for the feminine. They see how loyal the feminine was, how much they were willing to lay down for them. And instead of taking advantage of that and moving forward with their true heart's desire, they entertained other options. They chose the wrong one. They moved away, ran away, did whatever and hurt the feminine. And so now I feel as if this is the energy of really trying to do whatever it takes to prove that they can't live without you. They don't want to live without you. They see the ways that they kind of mess things up and they regret it. They do, very deeply. So oh gosh, I love this song. So we have More Than a Feeling by Boston. So when I'm tired and thinking cold, I hide in my music, forget the day, and dream of a girl I used to know. I close my eyes and she slipped away. So yeah, I feel more longing energy, just kind of reminiscing on the past and really wanting that new beginning. When you think back on the one that got away, like this is the ultimate energy of the one that got away. Dreaming of a girl they used to know and closing your eyes and it's slipping away because all it is a memory now. And so I think, again, it's more than a feeling that the masculine is having now. They're becoming aware. They're becoming consciously aware that it's not just them going crazy, that it's been about the feminine the whole time. So let's flip these over. And like I said, it's been about the feminine, right? We have The Reason by Hoobastank. So I found a reason for me to change who I used to be, a reason to start over new, and the reason is you. So beautiful. More awareness. It's like an admitting of feelings and an outpouring of emotions from the masculine, I feel. And so this could resonate from the feminine as well, Feminine wouldn't have ever stepped up in her power if it wasn't for the way things went, if it wasn't for the physical separation. Okay. And so now the feminine's found a reason to step in and channel that masculine and feminine energy, and get ready to start new. Okay. Get ready for that new journey, that new beginning. When you came into my life by the Scorpions, so you make me dream by the look in your eyes. You give me the feel I've been longing for. I want to give you my soul all my life because you're the one I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for so long. Guys, both masculine and feminine have just been waiting. Waiting for maybe the right opportunity, waiting for some sort of an ending, waiting in general. And it's been a very long time, okay? It's been a long time coming. And then we have Magic. And this is from Xanadu. So building your dream has to start now. There's no other road to take. You won't make a mistake. I'll be guiding you. You have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. And so I feel like this is a message from the feminine to the masculine of encouragement. Olivia Newton-John plays a muse to this person in this musical, right? And so he creates amazing art and goes on to be very successful because of the ideas and the energy that this muse gave to this boy. And so, I feel like the feminine is just simply saying, like, there's no other path. There's no other road. The only road is the one that we're on together. And I love the line, you won't make a mistake. I'll be guiding you, because again, the feminine energy is guiding the way into the new earth, into the new level of consciousness that we're all trying to achieve. So nothing can stand in our way. You have to believe we are magic. So the feminine is urging the masculine to believe, okay, to have faith, to trust. And as I said in the last reading, you can never lose your twin flame because you are your twin flame. But the key is getting your twin flame to get on board, to chase you, to have faith in the connection, and know that that magic is real, okay? This connection is magic. It defies all reason. And so there really is no other explanation. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I did very much. If it resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button. Share this video with someone who it might resonate with. If you'd like to chat or you would like to purchase a private reading where we dig into your personal connection, please feel free to check out my information in the description box below. Stay tuned. This weekend, I will be releasing my Christmas ornaments. I know it's early, guys, but I'm that person, and I definitely want to give you guys the opportunity to shop early. Amazing discounts coming and really great surprises for you all coming up soon. I love you, and I hope you are staying safe, and I will see you very soon. Bye.